Once upon a time, there was a person who I was very deeply hurt by. I was despised. I was actually banished. I felt persecuted, but worst of all was that this person actually had the power to influence treasured ones to turn against me and to turn their backs. Dark times that ultimately lasted 12 years. But this story is not about that. This story is about growing the roses. In the beginning of the first story, I had few tools. So I went within myself and I imagined a beautiful cottage, a safe and loving and warm place that was to be covered in roses. And I chose yellow roses for myself because I'm from Texas. But so every time I imagined this cottage with roses, at first they died. They died every time. And so I would just keep planting the roses with patience and with love. And I would feel this anger, this hate coming at me, but I would just keep growing the roses. And this energy would come and it would kill the roses. But every day I would do that. And soon they would grow just a little more without withering. And every day after that, they just grew just a little bit more, and then they would die off. And then they would grow a little more, and they would die off. And I would plant them again. But over time, they lived, and they grew, and they continued to grow, and they covered the walls of my beautiful little cottage. And they kept growing, and they kept living. And now, I no longer need to labor at it. I don't have to work at it every day. I don't have to tend them. They just grow. And my cottage is covered in roses all the way over the roof. And you can hardly see that beautiful little cottage anymore. And that's my story of growing the roses.